Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a little bit of a just get ready with me. I'm just doing my base. I'm going to try and film an eye look later, so I'm not going to be doing eyes. I'm just going to be doing face makeup. I have some new stuff I want to try, some old stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to start doing my base. I'm going to do the Touch, this is Touch and Soul No Problem Prime Essence. I'm close to using this up and I may repurchase it. I just like how it makes my skin feel. Need to get my moisturizer out too. It just gives it a nice, like I said, it just makes it feel nice. So I got this in a BoxyCharm. I may repurchase this. Like I said, I'm getting close to using it up, so get my moisturizer out. My skin has been so dry. Do I need to open a new moisturizer? Apparently I lost my moisturizer, so I'm just going to put some of this hydration gel on. Maybe I need to open a new one. My older daughter was here. She lives with her dad. She was visiting. I wonder if I gave her, or I misplaced it. I don't know how I lost the moisturizer. I don't see it. So, wonder if I gave her what was left in mine, and I'm going to open a new one. So, we'll put a little of that on, and then we'll move on. I think I forgot to open a new one, apparently, because I don't see a moisturizer in there. Okay, for primer, I have a few moisturizing primers. I've been liking this First Aid Beauty one. This is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. It gives you a little bit of a glow. It is very hydrating. I have a Tarte one, and then I got the Benefit moisturizing one. I don't know, I like this. Out of the three of those, this one's been my favorite. I like First Aid Beauty as a whole. So you can see it gives me a little bit of a sheen on top of being getting in my hair. So I think I also like that about it. The other two do not illuminize on top of hydrating, but it does have a nice smell. It's not overpowering. You can get First Aid Beauty at Target. I don't know, I just really like that one. I think it's 20 bucks. Like First Aid Beauty is like higher end drugstore. For matte, and the dogs are barking. We're in the middle of doing construction, so I'm trying to film in between, and I gotta go help hang drywall. This is the Huda Beauty Matte Perfection base. This is what the applicator looks like. I've never used this before. I have, normally for my mattifying primer, I use a Rimmel one, because I like to put the mattifying one just kind of in my T-zone. I was doing it more because normally I'm a glass wearer, and my nose will get a little slippy. My glasses sliding up and down if I don't put some sort of mattifying primer down. I am super dry. I am not combination anymore. I used to be, but I will get a tiny bit oily just around in here. But again, with when I used to wear glasses, so part of it is just habit. I have contacts now, but I really like the Stay Matte from Rimmel. But I got this in a subscription, not a subscription box, a mystery box. So this is the Matte Perfection Pre-Makeup Base. So we're gonna try and see how that compares to the Rimmel. I've had that Rimmel one, I swear, for 2 years, because I just used just a little, because I just put it right in here. So a little bit goes a long way, and still haven't used it up. Pretty sure I got that in an Ipsy bag too, and it's full size. So I think that's it. I'm gonna put a little bit of my Pixie Glow Mist. You can use this before or after makeup. forgot to open a moisturizer. It's gonna bother me. I have this thing with losing stuff, so I'll have to hunt around and make sure that I really don't have that moisturizer, because I hate having multiples of certain things open. So I want to make real sure I can't find it before I open a new one. Okay, so for concealer, I started off with the Garnier Clearly Bright, the anti-dark circle roller. I used to use this all the time and I forgot about it. This is a newer one. So I did that first. It's one thing that I miss about not having my glasses. It kind of camouflaged. And then I'm going to go in with my Pixie. This is the Correcting Concentrate in Peach. I have hit pan. This stupid thing is like, this is another one that Pixie is a high-end drugstore brand, like Physicians Formula, First Aid Beauty. Number 7 is another expensive one. But I do like this. This is cheaper than the Becca version of this, which is like, this is just as good, I guess, as the Becca one. I had contemplated buying the Becca one to try it, but I don't need 2 of these. It's a color corrector. I'm like, how many color correctors does one need? So this is like 20 bucks, but once I run out, I will repurchase. And this is another one that I think has lasted me like a year and a half. So even though it is a little bit more expensive for what it is, a little bit goes a long way and it lasts a long time. So it doesn't hurt quite as much spending that much on it, knowing that I'm gonna have it for a while. Okay, and then normally I go in with a stick concealer, just because, especially now because I don't have my glasses to camouflage. I like the Neutrogena, what is this, the Hydra Boost, but in my BoxyCharm I got the Trestique stick. I'm gonna try it. I don't think this is a horrible color. Like, this probably wouldn't be the exact shade that I would pick, but my Neutrogena one is a little bit dark, just because we want to conceal before we brighten. So I want to try this and see. It's not a bad formula. I like the Neutrogena one because it's got like the hydrating core in it, so it's not like drying out my under eyes more than they already are. Okay, yeah, that's not horrible. I don't hate that. So I can use that in conjunction, you know, interchangeably with this. And then I go in, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo, the hydrating concealer. I like this one so much better than the original camo concealer. I'm going to put a little bit of this on, and then we'll do a little bit of foundation. I'm not going to do a lot. I think that's why I did my concealer first. But my skin's been super dehydrated and dry lately, so I haven't been wanting to put much on, but I do need to cover up under my eyes. I got out some foundation, but I think I'm just gonna use my tinted moisturizer today. I like the CC, the Hey Honey one. I think I'll just use a tiny bit of that to kind of even out where I've got some discoloration happening. So let's get my brush, and then I may need to put a little bit more concealer on. We'll see. This stuff's pretty pigmented for a CC cream, in my opinion. You don't need a whole lot. A little bit goes a long way. Like, I'm not even doing a full pump, I'm just doing a little bit because I already did under my eyes. So I wasn't even sure if I was gonna do full, like, if I was just gonna spot. like conceal, because my skin does not feel great right now, so I didn't want to put a ton of stuff on, and I have to go help hang drywall, so I don't want a ton of makeup on either. I'm just using just a little bit to kind of even out a little bit of discoloration that I have. My skin's not bad as far as texture and tone. Well, texture's been bad lately, but as far as skin tone, like redness and all of that, it's not bad. So I just, maybe half a pump all over. I just did little dollops. Okay. And then I may go in with a little bit more concealer just around my nose. And maybe a little bit on my forehead just to brighten, and then that's it. Yeah, this one is, I am not a fan of the original camo concealer. I like it for doing cut creases. I do not like it for under the eyes. It's too drying on me, and it creases real bad. But the hydrating one is a million times better. So if you tried the original one and you didn't like it either, it is worth trying the hydrating one. It is better. It's very pigmented, so a little, as you can see, a little bit goes a long way. But that CC cream is a little bit dark. They only sell one shade of this. This is the light to medium tone, and it's supposed to like color correct. It's a little bit dark. So if you're darker than me, or not darker than me, if you're lighter than me, you may have a hard time with this because it doesn't color correct that much. And if you're a little bit darker, I think you can make it work, but this is the only shade they sell, and I don't know why, because it's a good product. I like it. It's very pigmented for what it is. And like you saw a little bit, I just did little dollops. A little bit goes a long way because it does have a lot of pigmentation in it, but I don't understand why there's only one shade. I'm going to use a little bit of my ColourPop translucent powder under my eyes. I'm almost done with this one. I do have a second one for when I run out. I'm just going to use this to set, and then I'm going to go in with some other powders. I went back and forth with this powder. I liked it, and then I didn't like it, and then I liked it again. I did repurchase it. Like I said, I do have a backup, so I liked it enough. It does give me kind of an airbrushed effect in here where my pores have started to be a little bit more pronounced. So I do like it for that. It is very finely milled, so it's not like the best setting powder you're ever going to use. So if you're super creasy, I would recommend maybe something else to set, and then going over on top of it with this is like a finishing powder, which is quite often how I use it. I feel like my skin has a lot of texture today, but it's been feeling a little bit drier than normal. Okay, and then I want to try, I bought this number 7. This is the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action. I think this is the one that's like a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one. Like, that's super fingerprinty, like that's gross. I wasn't 100%, but I think this is the one that's a dupe. I wanted to try it, so we're gonna give it a go. The number 7 is another expensive, like, I think I mentioned it earlier. I got mine in the shade Light. I think they do sell a translucent color shade. I didn't see one at Walgreens, so I got the light one because Empire. You'll have to forgive me. Like I said, we demoed the stairs, and Mike framed out the wall, and we added a closet, and so we're finishing up the drywall today since the baby's at preschool. So yeah, this is supposed to give you like kind of an airbrushed look. So my texture's real bad, so today may not be the best judge. Let me turn off the monitor so there's like less noise echoing back. Okay. I don't think that's horrible. I don't know that it's blurring anything, but like I said, today's probably not a good day to really test that out because my skin is so bad right now. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit of the e.l.f. This is the glowy powder. I'm just going to use what I had left in the lid just to give me a little bit more luminosity. And then I'll get up and I'll shut the bedroom door. Okay, so I shut the bedroom door, so hopefully it's not as loud. Like I said, I gotta help him. We gotta do the drywall on the side, on the inside where the stairs are. So we're gonna do that today. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with my Revolution Pro Skin Finish. This is a dupe for like the Hourglass Ambient lighting powders, and like the MAC has a finishing powder, and this just gives a nice, this one's like $4 or something. It's really cheap. They have 1 or 2 shades. Mine's in Opalescence. This is the lighter one, but it is really good. Like I said, it does give you a nice, you can see I've already got a nice sheen built up. It's probably not the best time to look super glowy because my texture is so bad, but it's fine. Oh, and I was going to use some of my illuminating primer. This is what happens when I don't film for a while. I get all like, I think that's why I got excited and like went in straight with concealer too, because I haven't filmed in a while and I'm not like, don't know what I'm doing apparently, but it ended up working out because I don't need to like do a ton on my face because my skin is not great right now. I'm gonna leave this out so I remember to get a moisturizer, and then I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use my Tarte Double Duty. This, I think it's supposed to be their version of the all-nighter. I don't know that I like it as much. I got it in an Ipsy Plus. It's full size, so I use it because I have it. I think the Urban Decay one is still my favorite. Yeah, I feel like my pores look really big today, but probably would have been better if I'd gone in with the e.l.f. primer. I forgot. Okay, shush. The dogs are barking because Mike's going in and out of the house. As soon as I'm finished with my face makeup, I'll go help him. Hey, it's just Dad. All right, I'm gonna do my brows off camera and then we'll finish up with the face and then we'll be done. The brows, I used a little bit of my Iconic, forgive me, the packaging looks gross. What is in, this is in medium. This worked a lot better when my hair was darker, but I tried to just use the light side and then went in with a light hand. They do have a light version and I want to buy it, but this is like $40. It's expensive. Iconic London sold at Ulta on the drugstore side, but I went in with a little bit of the blonde powder from the Brow Gal. I've had this forever. And then the taupe brow gel from the Tarte Sketch and Set. I just used the brow gel side. Yeah, I do like that Iconic cushion a lot. It's a good product, but I haven't repurchased the lighter one because it's $40, which is expensive for what it is. So I've been trying to make the medium one work until it's completely gone, and then we'll repurchase. Okay, so I have some new drugstore stuff. I picked up the Wet n Wild contour. I had this years ago and I actually hit pan on it and almost completely used up the contour side. This is in Dulce de Leche. And then I got a bronzer, like a glowy bronzer. This is in, I think this is the only shade. I don't know. It says new. Palm Beach Ready is the name on that. And then I was going to get a highlighter, and I found this Halo. This is After Sex Glow. It's a blush and highlighter duo, so we'll try that. I do really like their highlighters. I used to have Precious Petals, and I decluttered it because I was like, oh, I don't need it. And then I actually started doing tutorials, so I was like, need to have some more drugstore options. And then I picked up another Milani. This is the Luminoso. I used to have this years ago. This is a good dupe for NARS's Orgasm blush. I can't get it open, but there it goes. So I picked up another one of these. I had this years ago and haven't had it for a long time, so we're gonna use those today. Let's go in with the contour. I had this years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. This was the only contour that I had, and like I said, I hit pan, almost used up the contour side. So let's see if it's as good as I remember, or if I just really liked it because it was the only one I had and I wasn't really contouring a lot. I had just gotten into contouring, so maybe my basis for comparison wasn't there. No, that's a good product. It blends out really nicely, so this I think is a good drugstore option if you've never tried it. I think it was like $5.99, which isn't bad. I like to go in with a matte contour, and then I like to blend out my contour with a shimmery bronzer. So that is why I have a glowy one. Now, if you don't like shimmery bronzers, you can just go in with this and then call it a day. I like looking glowy, so, and I feel like that gives you, that was like a pro makeup tip that I picked up a while ago. And it gives you like a more natural, like sun-kissed appearance. And I also do my highlight before my blush, because then that also gives you a little bit more of a, like a natural, where it's not like Neapolitan cheeks, where it's a little more blended together. And then I contour my Cupid's bow because mine is not very pronounced. So I do contour in the center and then on both sides, and that creates the illusion that I have a stronger Cupid's bow without having to do any sort of lip injections or anything. And then I contour underneath because that makes your lips look fuller. And I'm going to use a little bit of the highlight side just under my eyes. And then if you contour too much, you can go in with that underneath to kind of help blend that out. Okay. So then we'll go in with the Palm Beach bronzer. Again, this was like $4.99, $5.99. Okay. This is very shimmery, so yes, if you don't like shimmer, maybe don't use this, but hey, the glowier the better. And then I bring it down. Bringing it down your neck is good if you have a foundation that's not quite the right shade. Okay, so let's try the highlighter. And then I may go in with a little bit of this, and then, because this is like a super glowy blush, so maybe I'll put a little bit of the Milani one and then some of this on top of it. We'll try that. Yeah, this is After Sex Glow is what this little duo was called. I was just gonna get the single highlighter and I saw this. Oh, that's not bad. I was like, oh, let's try that. Yeah, that bronzer is super shimmery, like super shimmery. So if you do not like a shimmery bronzer, definitely stay away from that. That's got a lot of glitter in it, which again, I don't mind, but yeah, if you do not like, I can see gold up close on my forehead, so, which normally wouldn't be bad, but the texture issues I'm having right now, maybe not the best, but we're already down this rabbit hole, so we're just gonna keep going. I like the highlighter in this a lot. That's pretty. Okay, and then let's do a little bit of the Milani blush, and then we'll do a little bit of the blush in the other, and then we'll be finished. Hey! Oh, that was probably too much. It's been a while since I've used this. I forgot how pigmented it is. I really tapped in there. Didn't need to tap in that much. So I feel like that just kind of helps things kind of meld together. Yeah, the texture on my skin is so bad. I think it's because I'm used to using those e.l.f. putty primers, and I didn't today, so those definitely make a difference for me. Make sure I use those. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of this. And again, this is very shimmery collection, so yeah, if you do not like glitter, this probably would not be the set for you. It doesn't look super glittery, but it's definitely got some shimmer. So I'm super glowy, but that's pretty. I like it. Okay. So I used all of those Wet n Wild products, and then I'm going to spray my face again. Actually, let me use this up. I'm going to go in with the Radiant Dew Truffle Therapy from Skin & Co. It's kind of got an aggressive spray on it. I used to use this all the time. Excuse me. Hey! I swear they wait till I film. Hey! We're almost done. And then I'll go in with a little bit of the Tarte one on top. That was the other thing I forgot. I was going to get another Milani setting spray when I was at Walgreens, and I forgot. I'll have to pick one of those up later. Okay, so base is done. This is what we're left with. Not bad. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the products that I used. There should be an eye look after this video, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed before you leave, and hopefully I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Thanks, everybody.